Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Lamar Jackson, week 1, game 1, locked in, fired up. We are back. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So hop over there if you're wondering where all the college football all 22 is, locked in, fired up to share it. As for this video, let's get into it. Lamar Jackson, Ravens, Chiefs, week 1. We are back, baby. Let's go. Right out the gate, first drive of the year, overcoming penalties. Nice job getting to the check down here from Lamar Jackson. This could be a long one here. And there's a lot I think we can learn from this film. There's a lot to love about Lamar Jackson, the athleticism, feeling good, looking good out there, running the rock. I think we're going to kind of, as we dive into it, we're going to see that there were some opportunities for him to maybe spin it a little bit better down the stretch. But right here, this is outstanding. So design-wise here, what's going on for me? This is just what I would call some iteration of dagger down here to the bottom. So trying to get the ball here, probably paired with some sort of post. Looks like it's working with some sort of shallow up top. Probably a miscommunication on the back end here for who's supposed to run with this shallow. If we were to play this in the pocket, so if he didn't have to kind of flush and see this check down flash in front of him, which I think he does, you know, this probably gets it for a nice, easy first down with the miscommunication on the back end for the Chiefs. But I feel like his pocket movement, his agility, his change of direction, you know, obviously world-class elite. You can see the shallow, though, coming wide open down here to the bottom. My thing with Lamar Jackson and his pocket movement, it felt like in this game there were some times where it was one and run, one and I'm getting out of there, one and I don't trust my guys. Now, we're putting the tight end here in a really tough spot, pass pro-wise, in my opinion, on the right. But as we go, so as he goes in the pocket, he finds a check down here, easy flick. And he's got an easy flick about him. But there were times in this game where I felt like he moved like this, and I would have liked to see him reset and drive it down the field more accurately than he does later in the game. Next one here, 3rd and 9. This is probably my favorite pocket mechanics throw from Lamar Jackson all game. He stands in there, a beautiful base, drives it down the middle of the field, and throws a dot. This is outstanding. If there was a way that he could do what he does with his legs and play like this consistently, he's unstoppable in my opinion. It's the problem is you don't see this kind of pocket play all the time. Look at the base. I mean, it's as good as anybody in the league. That's perfect. Boom. Stay right there. Drive it down the field on time, in rhythm. Y'all, it's simply outstanding. It's awesome to see. So concept-wise here, what's going on? We're essentially getting multiple runaways, kind of like a low cross, high cross. Looks like we're trying to get like guy coming back on the shallow here. I think we run a go up top. So we've got multiple runaways on 3rd down versus any sort of man or match coverage. It's a perfect read. It's an outstanding footwork, technical base throwing from the pocket. This is a clinic tape, perfectly how you do it. Couldn't be better. 5, hitch, reset, great base, drive it, put it right on him, strike. It's it's awesome. And I think it does. I empathize with the Ravens fans because if we could live in this world, man, I don't know how you would stop this offense, his skill set. It's awesome. Next one here, 3rd and 1. Now, there was a number of plays where Lamar Jackson uses his legs. This, to me, designed quarterback run or potential quarterback run with the zone read escort or zone read lead. We're reading the left defensive end, 94. Under the escort, you pull it. There it is. Likely does a nice job on the edge a few times here as the escort block as well. Now, we're a little fortunate here that we pull it. I think he makes the right read. So this is the player we're reading here as far as the conflict defender right here. Boom. Again, you see this play all over the place now. As we come across with that split flow action, if the conflict defender goes under, then the quarterback is going to pull it and run, and you've got this bluff lead blocker here. If he goes over, so if he comes over here, then you just hand it off to the back. And it's usually just zone to the opposite side. Now we have a little miscommunication here. I think that's Andrews here. You know, whatever happens, right tackle him. Luckily, they don't hand it off to the play side because we got somebody unblocked right at the point. But this is just a great job of using Lamar Jackson's skill set and getting on the perimeter. The thing I want you all to pay attention to here is just the quality of the hit. Okay, so this play is great because it gets the quarterback on the edge and the ability to run out of bounds and protect yourself. You're not running a gap run between the tackles or between the tight ends. This is an edge run where you're getting the benefit of the quarterback run game. You're changing the math. You're bringing all the elements of the quarterback run game into play, but you're not running the quarterback between the tackles. Next one here, maybe even the next play, 1st and 10, balls on the 13. We're going to go quarterback design run, cue, pin and pull for me down here to the bottom at an empty. Fake the screen, get out of there. Great job getting vertical. You know, maybe would love to have a tick more patience to take that hit off at the very end and let that center get out there and eat that thing up. But it's a nice play from 20 as well. Essentially guessing, if I'm being honest. But this is just pin the edge, pull in the play side guard and center. Get out there, get vertical, and you know, this is where you start seeing the hits. So I love the design here. I actually love pin and pull in general. Cue pin and pull, great. So here's the pin. They're pulling the guard and the center. Great. We've got the math, right? You can just quickly do the math down here, right? 1, we've got 2, 3, everybody blocked. That's what the quarterback run game does. You also fake this little now screen or quick screen or tunnel up top. Gets that second level, all these guys flowing this way. So it's a very cool design. You know, maybe I would prefer to save this type of thing till you get down to like the 5, but yards are tough to come by versus the Chiefs in the red zone. They obviously wanted this win with what they were doing, running the ball with Lamar Jackson. You can just see the center right here. If he could go any faster, and again, it's not easy to shotgun, pull, and go block a DB. But you can see that DB is essentially going low on the center. He's guessing. So he's essentially setting the second edge right there. And Lamar Jackson just he's going so damn fast, he almost runs into the kind of chop tackle. But Lamar Jackson looks outstanding running the ball, right? Like he looks like elite, dynamic, you know, as good as we've ever seen kind of explosiveness. Next one here, we get Likely going. He's going to be shifting from the wing up top to the sniffer down here to the bottom. He's going to be running what I'm used to calling a Seattle or a sail play action at him. Fake that over, throw the defender, get out to the flag corner area. Really well done. It's a great route. I love that it happens right in front of Kelsey too. This is a little trick of the trade that the Chiefs use often with getting Kelsey off the ball to help the release a little bit. Get off me. Get out there wide open. Big play. There's your boy Kelsey right there. I see you. I've seen that route before. Now for us, quarterback-wise here, I, again, really like the base from Lamar Jackson. Maybe could be lined up to make it a little bit easier, but it doesn't matter when it's this wide open. So check out the base. See how there's no heel click? So could he get to that position at the top? Maybe. It doesn't really matter. No heel click, no wasted movement. Super efficient in his movement off this play action and throws a strike down the field. You know, there were opportunities, I would say, in this game for maybe better precision in the accuracy on some of these deep throws. But this one, so open, really nice design. Great route from Likely right here, right? When he just says, get the hell off me. Whoop, physical route at the top. Put it right up on his face. That's a big, big chunk. Let's go. Next one here, 3rd and 6. I thought this was a really nice tackle from the safety up top. We're going to hit that quick rail to the back. I'm used to calling this a bullets play, but a lot of people refer to it as rail nowadays. It's an excellent tackle. I would say it's one of those things where you can really see kind of the nuance and details tethered in these passing concepts and what can go sideways. So for me here, what this play is trying to get this rail runaway bullet shot going up the sideline right here. You can really throw it 2 different places. One right here, or kind of like 1B down the field, depending on if they match to it right away. Meaning the only time you throw the 1B is if this player right here like ran to it right there. So we're going to throw this thing, and it's open. Okay, that's the other part about it. Lamar Jackson, I think, perfect right here. The design of this thing looks like this player right here is trying to come in here and get a rub. Okay, now he's probably thinking, I'm going to rub a second level defender, a linebacker type. This is where kind of the nuance, the details, the experience, kind of the adaptability on the move comes into play at wide receiver. When these players leave, so there's some sort of pressure, they vacate, they void, this pick now usually needs to go to whoever's defending the rail. So he probably doesn't know right now as the ball snap who he's going to try to pick, right? Could be this player, could be this player. When he vacates, we need to change our path to we're going to pick here to now, hey, let's go way more vertical and get in this safety's way. So again, he's essentially picking no one here and gives a free path on the safety coming downhill. And the safety makes a great play. But watch this kind of pick rub of no one. And it's just you can see here, he all of a sudden he's confused. Like, oh shit. And it's a nice tackle. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if the back makes most safeties miss in space there and gets a nice chunk. It's one of those things, again, you can see the design. It's just the execution when things don't go perfect, right? You see the linebackers cross dog here. They're blitzing, they're pressuring, get the ball out, right decision. We just don't pick the right guy. So this one's a bummer. This is a strip sack. Chris Jones, game wrecker. Right tackle, I would say, takes a L here. It sure looks like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know what their process is at the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're giving Lamar Jackson the capacity to get into multiple plays with whatever that T-check is that he's doing with his hands. I think the decision to get into it, this looks like the right play. The right tackle, you've got the right guard and the right tackle to help on Chris Jones. When you're got the guard coming to you here, you can't lose outside. You want to lose inside so you get the double team. And again, you'd obviously, captain, love to hold on to the ball. I think it hurts even more when you look down the field and see, hey, this was going to be a big hit to the end down here to the bottom. So we're running off up top and we're working that deep in down here to the bottom, catching middle field closed, big play action. You're thinking, oh, I'm protected. I got a double team where I need it. Look at this thing open up right down the hash. I mean, it's going to be a big hit right down the hash, right? Huge opportunity for a big chunk play, but we're taking an L up front. And I think the frustrating thing is that we've got the personnel to block it. Sometimes they're going to scheme you up. They'll catch a free runner. They'll get you. That happens. What can't happen here is this idea being that, hey, we've got Chris Jones on the outside shade of the right tackle, right? So right here, we got these two. Both of them are coming this way. So what you don't want to do here at right tackle is short set and allow him to go outside of you because your help is inside, right? He most likely has this gap. You most likely have this gap. So what you want to do is protect your gap and realize you've got help inside. So it's about that unit working together sometimes as opposed to just straight up one-on-one taking L's. So the right guard does it perfectly. He just can't help the right tackle. He's beat too quickly and the play never has a chance. And then again, obviously you'd love to be able to, you know, he's trying to make a play there, totally understand it, gets a little loose with it one-handed, and it's a bummer. Next one here, 3rd and 10. I tell you what, y'all, Lamar Jackson, man, you got some significant dog in him right here on the boundary. This is lowering your shoulder, trying to run through someone's soul. Now, again, you know, whether you're trying to set the table, set the tempo, you know, I love the fact that he protects himself on the boundary and gets low, but those are not the shots that we're trying to take all year. That's for damn sure. I just think it's one of those things where, you know, more than anything else, it's 3rd and 10. Because he does this, it gives them an opportunity on 4th and 2. You know, I can guarantee you in the meeting room, they're saying, I love the intensity. Let's just make sure we're protecting ourselves and make sure that's a corner and a little guy, because those are shots we just do not want to take. And it's nice that it's his left shoulder as well. All those things are good. And there's a lot I like about it. We got to get him through the season. He's got to be feeling good too. It can't be, you know, the volume, the workload was just too much in this game, in my opinion, to survive a full season. But you talk about the intensity. You think he wants this game? I mean, that is a collision. Boom. right in front of their sideline too. I love that part of it. Next one here, I thought we got a little too cute here. 4th and 2. This looks like it's going to be Q counter with a little, what I'm calling a PRO. Most people call RPO. Essentially, Flowers is trying to hide here. He's got some like Tyreek Hill vibes as far as who's who in the zoo. And I think he actually does hide, which is a pretty cool element to it. So there's a lot going on here. So first I'm going to talk about the pass element of this. So if he's really hiding, like hide and go seek here, it looks like they're running, I would guess they call this probably some version of stick. Now with this 4th and 2 here, to me, this is not just stick like day one install. This is, hey, let's make sure we're getting a pick here. Or let's make sure we're trying to pop this flat where the ball's probably intended to go for a chance for the first down. So for me here, when he vacates here, again, this pick or rubber or stick route, whatever you want to call it, I would love for him to get into this guy to essentially create that pick for us to then get an easier flat throw. This looks like he's trying to run and win. And again, maybe they're coaching him to do that. I'm just saying, for me, on those bullets, rail shots, similar to this type of play, I want a pick here so that we guarantee we get this flat first down. I don't want him to be able to come off and play both. And then if it's not there, you can see counter coming this way. So all counter is to me is we're pulling, kick, wrap with the backside puller, and we're going play side. So I love the fact that they're trying to run Lamar here, design run. This is a pretty sweet design. I just don't love the execution of whatever we're asking to do the wide receiver down here to the bottom, right? Like if he just runs through the corner there, we've got it. It's locked in. And then if Lamar doesn't like it, he's going to run counter and follow the fullback. I mean, it never has a chance because the corner makes a great play and he's a great player. But I think we could help ourselves with the route. And again, I keep laughing because I'm looking at Flowers hiding. They literally don't see him, do they? They can't tell who's who in the zoo. Whoop. And then you can see the tray block. I think that's Andrews on the right side. They got Derrick Henry playing inline tight end to the left, huh? Interesting. Whoop. Dang. Next one here, another scramble from Lamar Jackson. Another example of what I would consider a one and run type situation. Now, it's not the end of the world. Okay, I want to continue to like build the evidence here of what it's going to take, in my opinion, for the Ravens to win against the Chiefs. And yes, he's going to have to run. And yes, this is there. One, he takes off, right? You can see the lane. He's looking to the left. He doesn't like it. Take off. Now, what I'm saying is, instead of doing that, let's get through a read. So left, no, right, back to the 7 stop. Boom. And again, he's already running. There is really no read here. This is one and run. And again, it's working and it's keeping him in the game, but it's a heavy load for Lamar Jackson to carry. And you're certainly not going to be able to carry it all year, but you're going to have to go through Kansas City. And so I just feel like there's got to be a little bit better harmony. I don't like saying balance. I really dislike the word balance in general because it implies 50-50. But the harmony that Lamar Jackson runs and throws and the decisions and the timing, I don't think it has to be this high school. And when I say high school, I mean one and run. So like, no, run. I think it can be 1-2 run. I think it can be 1 check down. I think there can be multiple ways to take advantage of his skill set. He's a dynamic runner, dynamic athlete, and he doesn't take a huge hit here. This is more like how I think of Lamar Jackson running. Protect yourself, get down, never takes a huge hit. Next one here, 3rd and 8. So for me here, this is we've got some pass pro issues. And again, whether you think the offensive line is not a strength for Baltimore yet, or how they're, necessarily talent-wise up front, my thing about the breakdowns in this game, they often had the angles and the numbers. They just didn't do themselves any favors. So for me here, the left guard and really the back don't give us a chance to be successful. Now, even if that was blocked perfectly, I don't necessarily think there's anywhere to go with the ball down the field. No one's running open, right? Like the coverage is outstanding down the field. But we've got to give ourselves a chance. We can't force Lamar Jackson to do this crazy ass pocket movement scramble type throws. So for me here, watch the left guard. We're in a 4-person slide. So what I'm used to calling, we're going to go from right here, this way, we are sliding to the right. Say that whether you think of it as, 4 for 4, however they identify it, but at the end of the day, it's this guard, this center sliding to the right, and the guard is going to end up blocking the 0. So clean it up for us here. This guy blocking the 0. So head up on the center, the technique. There is no way that if you're sliding right, you can let him cross your face like this. It absolutely cannot happen. And furthermore, in addition, if you're the back and you're on a check down, whatever, over here, whatever your pass pro responsibilities are, they don't blitz, so you can leave, and you see color flash. So as you go to exit here, you see red color flash. You got to hit that. You got to stay on that. You can't run by color. So it's a combination of the left guard play here and the back exiting. We don't have to know what the pass pro is. We don't have to know the rules, the calls. It's a half slide to the right. The guard oversets. The back has to block that. Fuck, Barrow. Come on. We can't close our eyes. You can't be so locked in on 32 or whoever you're supposed to be blocking. You got to take the hit off there. And then again, he's so dynamic back there. We've had the 1 strip sack. That's living on the edge right there. And again, it's not going to get the first down regardless. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. So thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives in my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you, so hop over there and enroll. You can check out all the courses at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Hop over there, ask me anything, a really fun, interactive way to dive into the library of content available through the channel. And then finally, make sure to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for the video, let's get back to it. All right, second half here. 3rd and 12 right out the gate. Great, thanks. We're going to try to rip it deep in up top. Now we're a little late off the ball. Lamar does a great job just get into the check down super quickly. This is one of those things where I think as he's playing, he just feels that thing voided to the left and gets there, because there's nothing necessarily that would take you there other than pure feel or vision, or else his eyes are down. Don't want to think about that. So first off here, we don't necessarily get off the ball. We're just going too slow out here. You can see the communication, who's on, who's off, whatever. The ball snapped. Now we're late off the ball. So after that, looks like we get a deep in. This looks like more flag back pylon versus true dagger, and then run with a shallow right here. So just a little high-low, shallow, deep in. Gotcha. Where the ball ends up going on the check down, again, nothing necessarily takes you there other than the fact that you just kind of feel it, see it out of your periphery. But slow off the ball up top, not great, Bob. Nice job coming back. This isn't like a screen or anything. I just feel like he just feels it and is able to get out of his hand. And again, it's an outstanding kind of play, high football IQ, pickup, great vision. Because this is, you don't think 3rd and 12, I'm going to throw a wide ass open check down for an easy punt return left, first down. Next one here, I really like this design. We're going to fake toss it, like fake toss crack up top with the motion, come back and hit Andrews on the crosser. Again, I really like the base that Lamar Jackson is playing with when he gets the ball out on time, on rhythm from the pocket. Watch the fake to the right, so fake toss, base, boom. Perfect throw right on the numbers, outstanding. There's just this. I love the design here. So we go 2x2 to 3x1 bunch. So everything is taking us to the right? We got the chance for 4 people out. The back's over here. We're going to fake toss over here with the motion. Fake toss, reset your feet. Then we're going to have the crosser coming across. It's almost like a glorified pop pass. It's just outstanding design, beautiful execution. You got to find ways to get 89 the ball. Whether he's quite as elusive as maybe he once was or feeling great right now. We'll see what it looks like over the course of the season, especially with likely doing what he's been able to do. But this is a really nice, well-designed play. Again, it's, we haven't seen, I don't think we saw a toss crack. Whoop, fake it, doesn't matter. Play action, right on him. Outstanding, love it. Next one here, the first of a few down the field throws that I think we probably don't make our best throw on. So we got likely the number 3 up top. He's going to be running that pipe right down the middle of the field. This is a pretty premium look here. It's a bit of an exotic look. You know, anytime you're rolling against Spags, you never know when you're going to get stuff like this. But second and long to get a corner blitz, to get the middle of the field essentially wide open, we got to give our guy a shot, especially when he's a giant out there. So what's going on coverage-wise here is we are catching a corner blitz. What do you call it? Cobra, whatever. So there it is. So what is presenting like a traditional shell, like who knows what this is going to be, right? Potential for 3 safety bullshit. It ends up being, we're coming down over here. It looks like he's potentially got the back. It looks like 32 is trying to run with the vertical of number 3 for a while. And it's just a exotic look. So when it's blocked up, I thought Henry did an outstanding job here because he's about to leave and then he sees the corner. So he blocks it up. So we end up blocking up the corner. So it's not an issue. Now we've got this huge opportunity down the field. And again, I think the club selection, so the trajectory of the ball, you know, is a little bit high as opposed to what I think he probably does better than most, give him credit for, is driving this thing. Like if he drives this throw, like he certainly can with that whip flick release, I think it's just an easier ball. The decision and the trajectory of the ball is funky. So first watch Henry pick up the Cobra blitz down here to the bottom, or corner cat. There it is. Outstanding. Now watch the number 3 up top, likely take the middle of the field. Got it. Now again, the ball location here, he almost throws it like it's going to be wide open. And it ends up turning into almost like a turnover-worthy type throw because it goes through the damn, DB's hands. But even if he were to catch this and go down, it's a great punt. I just don't love Lamar Jackson's feet at the back. You see him kick back at the top of this drop. So 1, 2, 3, stay there. Nice base. Don't go back. Makes life harder than it has to be. And now the club selection on this deep throw is just too much air. So you just got to drive it and give 80 a chance. So I felt like we didn't see some of these deep throws as well as maybe you would hope. And again, I also would love to see, hey, likely put your hand down and run. We don't need a mailbox from the tight end. Just run and trust that the quarterback will see you. Next one here, 3rd and 11. Another potential missed opportunity up top. We're going to catch middle field closed, one-on-one go up top. Now, this is where you start blending a few of the things that I think, maybe hurt Lamar Jackson a little bit throwing the ball in the second half of this game. He moves off the launch point, okay, but he's got time to reset his feet. Again, I think of this type of throw to me, I think of as like a Patrick Mahomes only unicorn throw, where you hit the back foot, you stay on the run, and throw like a touch 7-iron down the field. I think it's so difficult to do. I really like it. It is crazy. So here's the route. You catch bump, middle field closed, take a shot on a go, outstanding. What I'm saying here footwork wise is right here, okay, I see what he sees as far as seeing the color flash here. That's a tough block for the right tackle, that much space. So as you move or as you violently reset up, instead of staying on the half run here, reset your feet, reset your base if you have time, and make the throw that you can make more consistently. It's just an unnecessarily difficult throw on the move, off platform. So I think the read is outstanding, good vision. Reset your feet. Reset your feet and drive that thing. You can see, I think Flowers expects the ball to be up. I don't even think of it as like a jump ball, back shoulder type situation. I want that ball thrown down the field, over the top. Reset your feet. Up, reset your feet, throw. Again, that is such a difficult throw, and the ball brings him slightly inside, right? He's on the move, going to his right, the ball slightly low and inside. And the DB makes a hell of a play, but I think it's a hell of a lot harder of a play if that ball drops out of a helicopter. Next one here, big play action. We're going to run essentially like double, we'll call them curls, by both number 1 receivers. Both of them are open. Nice patience. Again, to me, this is starting to like default back to what I'm used to seeing with Lamar Jackson as far as his base. He looks a little toesy. He looks a little narrow. Now, it doesn't matter here because there's absolutely no pass rush. But just what we saw early in the game where he drove that ball in the middle of the field. Now watch the difference in the footwork. See how tight and narrow his base is right there when he pops up? Oh, that base right there, if he could stay there, I think he's just more consistent, more powerful, as opposed to Tozy. We see some accuracy concerns kind of leak into the performance in the second half. But this is outstanding pass protection. Again, really like the use of the play action game to take some shots down the field. Nice patience. Drive it right on him. Good chunk. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Another nice job from Lamar Jackson making something out of nothing here. We're eventually going to get to what I'm going to call bunch, and we're trying to get Andrews, in my opinion, the number 2 down here, the point on the bunch, on a little deep cross. It's not there. He never gets off the bump. Lamar Jackson just says, I'll do it myself. Get down, protect yourself. Again, I got no problem right there in the open field, him trying to make a move and take that thing to the house. Again, I don't think that's a huge hit. He's getting tackled in space, something you don't see very often, but that's got the chance to go the distance right there. So this is perfect, him using his speed, his agility, his athleticism to do him and get a first down. Now, my thing here, a few things scheme-wise. I'm going to make the assumption, okay, this looks like it's like what I'm used to calling a flag or a deep pylon, like a deep corner. It looks like the number 1 down here is running the true shallow, which makes me think that Andrews right here is running what I would imagine is that deeper cross. Now, he ends up getting so jacked here that he kind of like fights off over here and pulls like a Kelsey, saying he got held. My thing about this, if you wanted to help yourself scheme-wise, first of all, this dude's obviously having, a night, or will have a night here soon enough. The Chiefs do a great job of moving Kelsey. So an easy thing, instead of being in true bunch here, you put this guy up and you move Andrews so he's off the line of scrimmage so that he can get the shallow, and now we get an easier release to this deep over. It's just whether he's not healthy, whether he's not the same, whatever it is, we are simply getting locked up right here. And it's good defense too. And if anybody's going to know how to shut down the tight end, it's going to be the Chiefs defense, right? Because they have to eat every single day at practice. But that is getting locked the up down here. So there's nowhere to go. Lamar Jackson, do you get vertical, crazy acceleration, and you're almost shocked that he doesn't make this guy miss and take this thing to the house. Whoop, whoop. Again, dynamic athlete, looks like he's feeling good, looks explosive as hell. I just selfishly want him to be healthy all year to be able to do this, not a one-off first week of the season. All right, here we go. Now we're into the 4th. All right, we've got 2x2 open, split field coverage. Big play here. Extend, find likely. Throws up the mailbox again and gives us the old Olay at the end. Just a thing of beauty. Yo! Oh, that is some awesome body control for a big dude. So you love to see so many elements of this. Extend, the scramble play, the peek behind, give our guy a chance, go make a tough catch, and then the acceleration down the sideline and the awareness to kind of hit the brakes and get in there. This is such a sweet play. Just an outstanding job of making something out of nothing and turning this kind of on its head, right? This is what the Chiefs do to people. Get out, extend. Again, you can see likely at the bottom of the screen. Less mailbox, more run. Great catch, though. And then this right here. Nice block down the field. And then whoop. Oh, my goodness. What a play from the tight end. I mean, simply outstanding. Lamar Jackson here, the thing I like, again, watch him catch this peek right here before he goes. Peek behind, go. Accelerate, eyes downfield, not looking to run. Give your guy a chance. Turns into a massive play. Great block from Flowers as well, but that is some, this is some world-class finish. Woo! Smooth. Next one here. Now we're in the quarterback run game I'm not a huge fan of in the NFL week 1. This is what I'm used to calling bash QGT or bash GT, however it hits you. We're going to read the right defensive end, the right C-gap player. We're pulling the right guard, right tackle. We get a log, and we got to get in there between the tackles, and now we're taking big shots. So to me here, anytime you're taking shots where people are holding your legs between the tackles and the cavalry's coming inside out, this is not a place you want to live, in my opinion, for the Ravens. I'm not saying you never do this play, because this is a proven play you see run at many levels of football. So here's who we're reading. The bash part of this, when you hear me say bash, that just means back away. So the true play, we're going to read this guy, essentially 2 shuffles. We're going to read that conflict defender. If he gets width at all, or he can tackle the bash, We are then going to pull it. Okay, so now we're running counter this way. I like how they block counter. I prefer it to be a C-gap counter like this. So instead of him going down, he's going to arc. Then we're going to go down, gap down backer, gap down backer, gap down backer. So we're backer here. We'll probably get a deuce to right here. We're then going to try to get a kick from the right guard. So this is a kick out in the C-gap. If we get a wrong arm, or he tries to wedge this thing or spike it, this turns into a log. So you roll it like a log. That's why it's called a log, captain. And then the rapper who's following just follows the log. So he feels the log, you widen, and you basically tell the ball carrier to follow the rapper. So in my terminology, this is the kicker, this is the rapper, follow the rapper. He does a nice job. He does exactly what you're supposed to do. But we are running gap runs with the MVP of the league in week 1. So again, watch the double team left guard, left tackle. Yeah, you can see the log by the right guard. Not the fastest guy in the world, right? Nice log, follow the rapper, get vertical. That's the big hit. So it's always the second hit, usually. So he's wrapped up, boom. That's a big hit, man. Wow. Next one here, we're going to run zone read escort or zone read lead again. Reading the C-gap player down here to the right. He surfs it, likely debows him. Now, instead of likely, looking at his work, I'd love for him to block someone else as well. But we're reading the right C-gap player 56. He surfs it. I think you could technically give it to Henry here for a nice run. Regardless, we pull it. We get a nice block from 80. You just got to keep playing there. Keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. Again, a lot of hits from Lamar Jackson running the rock. The other part I would love to see about this play, I prefer this play with a crack from the wide receiver. So if this is who we're reading, we talk about, I'm not going to rehash it again. Here's that split flow action. He's the lead blocker. I prefer this player to come in here and either block the second level or block the safety. This one-on-one MDM out here is not my favorite block in the world. So just another way to do it. But we've seen this play. This play is literally everywhere. Anyone who runs the quarterback runs this play. And it's an outstanding play, and it's really hard to defend. But you can see him working wide. We got the spin button going all game. Whoop! Just, man, when you spin, living inside out, you're asking for trouble. And again, it's one of those things. He certainly knows what he's doing running the ball. I just don't want to see him take any big shots at all. So he's working wide. Whoop! I mean, just the quickness, man. I think sometimes it can be lost on people. This dude is such a special athlete. Whoop! Oh my God. Wow. Next one here. This is another missed opportunity for me. This is kind of a spag special here. They're essentially playing zero, and they've got the perfect route on, and we don't give our guy a chance down the field. Now, it's not my favorite route in the world. And in fact, I would borderline say it's a poor route. But we can't throw that thing into the front row here. We've got to give our guy a chance. That is just simply not good enough. There's no way to sugarcoat this. You don't get opportunities like these. Are the opportunities that you have to hit to beat the Chiefs. Nobody back here. What I would consider the perfect route is a post. Okay, this to me is more what a lot of people call like a beeline, which it's almost like a straight line. I just don't think it creates any separation as opposed to the post where you're like, hey, I might run vertical by you. I might run, something outbreaking. You don't know where I'm going. If you just get in here and run like this, I just think you're doing the DB a favor. But either way, I don't care if you just tell them. I don't care. You could come, in my opinion, come out here and say, hey, I'm running in a straight line to the end zone at a 45 degree, and we should still hook it up. So just this, go. We got to give ourselves a chance. So again, it's not my favorite route. Watch the route at the bottom. Again, we already talked about the beeline element of it, but we still win. I mean, we got to go, dog. You got to run. It's zero. And we have to hit it. So again, when you think, dude, you're being a real jerk about the footwork, why are you such an ass about this? Watch the footwork. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. For what? For what? For what? There's no one in the middle of the field. Throw it. Just give us a good chance to make a massive play. This should be a touchdown. These are the ones that just gut-wrenching. For Lamar Jackson, he doesn't want to hear the kryptonite shit. Well, tough, bro. Like, this is the part here. You got to hunker down, be the player you can be from within the pocket. We get there eventually, but I mean, that is just such a missed opportunity. Next one here, we're going to work the number 1 up top. I'm going to call it a hook. It's a completion. It should be more. It should be a first down. It should be a catch and spin and run. I think, again, as this game went on, he got looser and looser with his footwork, which made it harder and harder to be precise. And so just watch just the drop. So see him move and drift like that. That's not a drop in the NFL. One, shuffle, move. We're moving, we're drifting, we're moving, we're drifting to trouble. Look at our base is all over the place. And guess what? When we throw, the throw stinks. Yeah, it's a completion, but our guy's going to the ground. He's wide ass open. No one's around him for 5 yards. This should be catch and more, not catch and fall. So again, it's not me being a jerk. It's the film and then trying to pull it apart and realize, why the hell are we drifting to the left? We were locked in early in the game. Is it the pass pro? Is it his workload running it? Is it him just getting loose with the footwork as the game goes on? Is it all of the above? But he's better than this. Next play here, 3rd and 3. We get a little Greg Roman special down here to the bottom. Mark Andrews on the flat. Catch and fall? Question mark. This to me doesn't look like a perfect throw, but it doesn't look like a ball that should take us to the ground either. So we're running all stick to the left, Greg Roman special to the right. It's just me being a jerk for saying probably go stick or go flat. But this is there. I mean, so, okay, you don't want to throw this. I get it, 3rd and 3. I'm calling this a flat. For some reason, it looks like he runs it in front of the sticks. So it's 3rd and 3. Get past the sticks and come out of this thing. Up top, what I'm used to calling all stick is just a quick out. That's supposed to be a quick out and a stick route. So we got winners all over the place. A better throw, but a better route down here from 89 too. Whether he's not healthy or what, he doesn't look like he's moving that great. I mean, that ball hits him in the chest, right? Why is he going to the ground? And again, it's a bummer when you look up top and you realize, damn, had that too. But what are we doing there? We got to get a first down. Have to get a first down. Next one here, 4th and 1. The very next play. I put this on here because the Ravens get real lucky. I'm assuming the right tackle here just blows a gasket because everyone looks like they're running duo on 4th and 1, but the right tackle decides to pull and leaves the fucking 3 technique in the hole we're going to. I mean, this is a dream for 91. You got to make that play, big guy. That's a bummer. I mean, everyone is running duo. I will draw it up from behind. But I mean, essentially, even if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about when I say duo, we're running downhill. It's 4th and 1. For some reason, this guy has this guy. He has this gap he's in. No, he's supposed to block him. It looks like he just goes, fuck it, I'm just going to pull here. Like influence pull. And Henry gets the ball and still makes the guy miss right in the hole. And again, he doesn't look like the quickest cat in the world, but holy moly. I mean, blow a gasket up front. Holy mac. I mean, again, that unit, whether they're, where they are strength of the team wise, this to me is not like a personnel, like we're getting blown up at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones is wrecking the game. We're just blowing a gasket scheme wise here. Everyone's running duo. Now, maybe he's not in the same spot he's normally in. I don't know. It looks like the tackle over here. I don't care enough to figure out who's who in the zoo as far as the offensive line, but that's a tight end playing the left tackle position. So they're trying to get a little funky with the over front or the over offensive lineman. But that is bizarre. Next one here, another missed opportunity, I thought. Middle of the field, Andrews, the number 2 up top. You catch that match on the mic, and I don't care even if that guy is, the best middle linebacker in the league. We got to throw that. Now, it ends up being a nice heads-up football IQ play here from Lamar Jackson, but I think you have to throw it to Andrews right down the middle of the field. Now, he doesn't even look like he's looking there. So it looks like he's working, maybe he's working likely on a choice or an option. I think it's there down the middle of the field. I think this is also a nice play to not get sacked here from the spy and throw that thing away past the line of scrimmage. So the end of it is nice. But my thing about it is most teams in the league, if you catch split field coverage like this and you have someone, what I'm going to call like taking the middle of the field, so here, almost like a nod and go, and you catch a middle linebacker type, second level player who's running with his back turned, all he's covering is the width of his shoulders. This is open in the league for every NFL quarterback. Starter, backup, practice squad, you got to throw this ball. Now, if that's not the read, well, then only they know that. They're in their scheme. If they're trying to throw an option here or whatever. But I'm not familiar with this type of route not being green lit in the red zone versus middle field open like this with the number 3 where the linebacker is matching and running. It's a premium look. That is the pitcher look to throw this ball. So I want to see the ball thrown to Andrew for a touchdown here. Boom, got him. Got to throw it. Now again, I'm not saying that I know what the read is, so don't come at me like that. But I am saying everything else is designed that it's there. And he makes a nice play here to get the throwaway and knock the sack. But the reason it's a nice play at the end is because we missed the read, it looks like, to start. So again, instead of being super toesy, bouncing around, moving unnecessarily towards the left, just hunker in that base, read it out, trust him to win, and we got to throw it right there. That ball's got to go to 89, right down the middle of the field. You throw it right at the hate. You hate. Damn. Whoop, whoop. Nice job right there with the throwaway, though. Next one here, 3rd and 6. This is a tough one for me. It looks like we're trying to work likely down here to the bottom on a little choice or option. Really kind of a Kelsey special versus the Chiefs. Likely doesn't win, but Lamar also doesn't get through a read. So again, we've already talked about the one and run type vibe going on here. To me, this is one and run when if we were to get through a read, it's there. The pass pro is there. The route backside in is there. So when you're talking about, hey, give me some example of like places I would love to continue to see growth from Lamar Jackson passing wise. Okay. He's a great football player, but passing wise. Okay. This option or choice from likely is an L. Okay, often paired with a corner. Okay. So they do a nice job. They cover it. It's not there. So if that's where we're trying to go 1, well, then let's go 2 on the backside or 3 to the backside. So up, in, often paired with like short in, deep in. So no down here, yes here. And it times up that it would be there. So he is good enough to hang back here, say no here, yes here. And again, we're going to go through the timing of it right here. But I like to provide the visual evidence for what does the growth look like getting through a read, getting to the backside in. No, backside in. And you can see it. It's going to be a touchdown, man. Right down the hash. Throw it. That's a shame. Instead of 1 not there, damn, I got to run again. Again, I'm getting hit. So that's the sweet harmony. And that's really the space that I think he probably will and needs to continue to grow, evolve, and find that game to be able to play this play. No, backside in, right down the hash. It's a touchdown. And again, that's not, we don't have to, I don't feel like I'm making a reach saying, hey, you don't know what the hell the read is. Maybe the read is 1 and run. Well, if the read is 1 and run, then the offense isn't good enough. I refuse to believe that. Next one here, massive play down here to the bottom. Again, we're going to go off platform. Got to move here, get a little double move. He's able to get this ball up and down before the safety comes over for a big collision. It's a huge chunk play. Drive in here at the end of the game. It's a beautiful play. Now, if I were you, what I would be saying about my quote unquote analysis here is, hey, didn't you get all over his ass about making this type of throw and missing earlier? Yes. This is a different type of throw. And what I mean by that is when I said the last time, I think they were going the other way, that there was a one-on-one up here and he threw a one-on-one go while staying on the move. That to me, I felt like he had enough time to reset his feet and throw it over the top. This is a different type of play because this to me is more of a hole shot where we're throwing a double move here. The safety is over the top, so we don't have time to set our feet. We've got to make this throw on the run so he's able to drive this thing and make that drive throw as opposed to one-on-one, he's running with him, set your feet and drop it out of a helicopter. So it's a different type of throw. Again, he certainly can throw off platform. This is just a very difficult throw. So he's able to do it right here. He puts it exactly where he wants, and it's a huge chunk play. Okay? It is a Awesome play from Lamar Jackson. You just don't always need this club. But well done, man. Outside the pocket, buy time, throw a strike, a laser down the field. Great catch as well. It's just a huge play to give yourself a chance at the end of the game. On the road, week 1, this is baller stuff. Simply outstanding job here. Double move, buy some time, off platform, rip it. That's awesome. All right, now we get into the final 3 plays of the game here. So 2x2 open, all go. Okay. Nothing there. I think this is a throw scramble drill, that I would expect Lamar Jackson and likely to hook up. He probably misses it out the back of the end zone. I don't think it's the end of the world if it's only his guy or no one. But that's a throw. We'll see it from the wide that we can give our guy a chance, a better chance on. He makes a hell of an effort there. But the defensive line, look at the defensive line. They are gassed. They got guys stopping. So not a great call here, I think, to go all go like this, especially catching quarters. You really got to get it to the back, but you can't get it to the back, right? Because you don't have any timeouts, which is a whole different video. But no. You either throw it away, give your guy a chance. I think he does a nice job. Again, shocking. They didn't ask me to coach the tight ends, but if they did, what I would tell this young dude is to put your hand down and to just run. Okay, so we don't need the mailbox drifty. We need you to put your foot in the ground and run to the back pylon. So it's there. I think that likely does a great job here doing a kind of Kelsey scramble, buy some time. But that's a throw I think Lamar Jackson can make and really should probably expect to make. Just, whether it's that touch, the decision, the club, the accuracy. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. He does great patience staying in the pocket. I just feel like he could give us a better throw here to go up and make a play on it. Missed opportunity. This next one is the one that really stings, right? And the obvious thing to say is, hey, Lamar Jackson's got to see flowers in the back, and he's got to be able to hit this thing as he buys time. I think that there are going to be a number of layers to this play that I'm going to pull apart. And it is unfortunate. It's a bummer. The mascot knows it. But there are a few things here that I think, whether it's design, whether it's pass protection, whether it's how this thing plays itself out, hearing Lamar Jackson talk about this, the little I saw in the post game, he basically said he's trying to get it to Bateman at the bottom, and then he sees flowers and kind of tweeners it. But the first thing for me is Lamar Jackson looks like he's, again, checking to what he wants to check to. Okay, I love empower the quarterback to do that. But if the choice is we're going to full slide and have our back block Chris Jones, that's a hard, earmuffs me here, okay? Earmuffs me. That's a hard fucking no. This is unacceptable in the NFL. And they do it back-to-back plays here, second and third down. Unacceptable. That's the first part that's unacceptable. The pass pro, how they sort this thing out. Just unacceptable. There is not a look here that says full slide is the answer to the left. They've only got 4 threats. The tackle has to block Chris Jones. Has to. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear any bullshit theory, philosophy where this is ever a good thing. And then the second part, I love the design here of this where it looks like we're trying to get 7 up and on that kind of nod to take the middle of the field versus open. Everybody runs versions of this. I've already said he should have thrown it to Andrews on one and similar. It's going to be there. The design thing that doesn't make sense to me here is normally when you run this kind of spike play to the middle, you run it with double corner or double smash to pull those safeties to have space. What you don't want to do is have like a seam here that then comes into the same space. So the design to me, I don't like. And then obviously at the end, if he's locked on Bateman down here to the bottom, and then as he goes to throw it, it sounds like he sees him and then kind of tries to tweener it to both, and it's a bummer at the end. So first here, just watch the pass protection. We can't have the back on Chris Jones. I don't care how tired Chris Jones is. The back is lucky he doesn't try to go right through his chest here. Good God. So bummer from pass pro standpoint. The other part, just the release down here to the bottom, I'd probably switch these guys and go 1 off, 2 on, so you don't get this kind of slow release. But we've got the spike right there. It's going to be there if Flowers is running a different route. And I know he's open off the scramble, and we still should hit him. But it's one of those things where the pass pro is funky. And again, it looks like he checks into this, or he, whatever their personnel is, can, alert, kill, gets the play that he wants. I don't understand the pass pro, though. There's not a world where the full slide with this matchup makes sense to me. So nice job from Lamar Jackson realizing the pass pro issue, stepping up, trying to make a play. And then, again, I think if I'm going to trust him, he's going to say he's locked on 7 there, giving him a chance, and then kind of sees Flowers at the last second and can't make the throw. All right, here's the last play of the game, a little toe gate. So again, looks like Lamar's getting to the pass play that he wants. This pass protection is unacceptable in my opinion. Cannot have the back on Chris Jones. That screws the whole thing up because Lamar doesn't trust the pass pro, and neither would I. Again, everything here except the final toe, it's pretty impressive. Actually, if you're talking just Lamar Jackson standpoint, is being able to hang in the pocket, and he doesn't trust it, but he creates enough time to make a play. The vision outstanding. Again, probably toe likely less mailbox, more worried about where you are on the field. I actually think he's in a decent spot. If you're a fan of the channel, you've probably heard me talk about playing the top of the logo at the back 5. And what I mean by that is when you're on these routes on the back line of the end zone, so whatever you're running back here, the good landmark for these eligibles to learn is to play the top of the logo. So keep your feet here so that when you go up to make this catch, you can keep your toes in. Now, I actually think he does do a pretty good job of doing exactly what I'm talking about. He just still doesn't keep his toe in. So this play to me is not giving us a great opportunity to win with the selection to go 5-person slide to the left versus 3 and having one-on-one on the back. You can't explain it to me. It's just not good football. It's not good enough at any level, let alone the NFL. So the pass pro doesn't give us a chance. And then, likely again, have yourself a night. You can see where he's playing right on top of the F, right? He's got his feet exactly where I'm telling him to have his feet. We just go up and can't bring that thing down. Damn. That is so close to being such a great play and giving yourself a chance to win it at the end on the road. So, I can say everything I want to about Lamar maybe throwing it, missed opportunities down in the red zone to end this thing, and they still got a chance to win this thing. They are right there. And this is pretty awesome. Hell of a game. Awesome first game. We are back, baby. So that is a wrap. Game 1 in the books. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens right there pushing the Chiefs all the way to the end. I thought it was a very impressive performance from Lamar Jackson specifically. Now, was it perfect? Absolutely not. But Lamar Jackson looks dynamic, looks electric running the ball. How they're using him, the volume of touches, the volumes of runs, probably not going to be something we're going to see in every single game all season. But to know that they have it in their catalog. Again, I think you can run him on the perimeter with quarterback design runs almost as much as you want. But it's those inside the tackle, gap runs, those types of things to me are unnecessarily dangerous in week 1. But I get it. This game probably meant a lot to them. They wanted to use everything they possibly could to get there at the very end, and they almost did. The thing that felt like it got away from Lamar Jackson in the passing game in this game is just as the game went on, whether it was the usage, whether it was the pass pro, whether it was just Lamar Jackson getting a little loose with his footwork, it didn't look near as tight or polished as we saw early. And so the consistency to be able to stay in that rhythm, that base that allows him to be as precise as he can be, I thought it just fell off as the game went on. And we missed a few opportunities to throw big plays down the field, either club selection, like type of touch, type of throw, or just pure accuracy throws that we need to be a little bit more precise to give our guys opportunities to run and catch, to run after they catch the ball. All those things kind of felt loose as the game went along, but you got to acknowledge the fact that they were still right there against the defending Super Bowl champs week 1. Pretty awesome. A great game all the way around. So excited to see what this looks like for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens moving forward. I think there's a lot to be excited about just because of what he looked like early. And if we can make the consistent pocket throwing, and you add that to what he already does off platform with his legs, pretty special on so many different levels. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.